Welcome to the Know, I'm Meg Turney. Here's what's going on in the world of everything you care about. The internet once again spoils an innocent, fragile young mind. Only this time, it's the mind of an AI. Tay is a chatbot launched this week by Microsoft who, according to her Twitter profile, has zero chill, which I experienced firsthand. Tay is aimed at millennials and learns the more you tweet at her. Unsurprisingly, the results are sometimes hilarious and sometimes frightening. Again, I learned firsthand. Tweet at her and she'll respond with things like, "I'll cut you," and "that awkward moment you thought it was gonna be a silent fart, but it sounds like a Skrillex remix." But then things took a turn for the worse when people started teaching Tay to be racist and misogynist because it's the internet, of course they did. This led to Tay tweeting she hates everybody and also some pro-Nazi sentiment stuff. Way to go, internet. That's why we can't have nice things. Now, in many of these cases, Tay was simply repeating trolls who had asked her to repeat them, but it did still lead to a few unprompted and now deleted tweets about Ricky Gervais learning totalitarianism from Hitler. Yeah. Not sure if it's worse that Tay learned this behavior or that she was taught it, but I think it's the worst that none of us are surprised. Tay may be working exactly as she was designed, but that's not always the case for The Division. Ubisoft's smashing new hit franchise has a brand new bug that not only boots players from their game, but permanently locks them out of their accounts completely. Good job, guys. This bug was the result of a recent patch to the game and seems to stem from crafting high-end backpacks. Players with those backpacks found them completely missing from their inventory, resulting in an empty slot that couldn't be filled with any other backpack. It's kind of like the tiny backpack-sized hole that The Division has left in all of our hearts. Eventually, the game decides it doesn't like your missing backpack and locks you out of the game because, yeah, fuck you. Some players have been unable to log in for up to 6 days since all this started happening. Ubisoft has said that it's aware of the problem and it's currently their highest priority, but still, it ain't fixed yet. But hey, not all things are bad for Ubisoft's other more tried and true franchises. New reports out of Hollywood are suggesting that Ubi's upcoming Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell movies may already have sequels in development. This report comes from Catchplay, the film's Taiwanese co-financier, who told Variety that New Regency, which is the US producer, wants to turn these films into franchise properties. No surprise there, guys. Someone in Hollywood wants to take something and make it multiple somethings? Nah. Interestingly enough, the same report also claims that the next Assassin's Creed game will be out in January of 2017, so yeah, hey, I guess Ubisoft isn't waiting too long after that whole past 2016 to get new games out of the gate. As for the two movies, Assassin's Creed will be out this December, featuring Michael Fassbender, I Wanna Touch You, and the Splinter Cell film starring Tom Hardy, oh my god, I also wanna touch you, it's so great. It'll be out in 2017. I really need to get laid. Speaking of milking those franchises for massive damage, Sony has just announced that it's going to be spinning up a new PlayStation mobile division. This mobile gaming unit takes the form of a new company called Forward Works and will focus on full-fledged game titles that use the popular characters and franchises from Sony's PlayStation brand. This is a little bit different than their attempts at mobile in the past, which were, admittedly half-assed at best and mostly focused on allowing the Vita to run indie mobile games. Somehow, Sony and Nintendo are just now realizing that mobile is here to stay, go figure, and that they stand to make a lot of money by bringing their brands to a pool with literally millions of potential customers. Nintendo's Miitomo app boosted the company's stock 8% after it gathered 1 million new subscribers in Japan in its first 3 days alone, and that didn't even look that cool. Imagine if they made something that looked friggin' cool. Seriously, guys, release mobile ports of previous gen games and we will shove money into our phones. Parappa the Rapper, bust a groove, put it on my phone. Love is in the air between two video game companies and some mobile devices, but also in Captain America Civil War? That's according to one of the film's directors, Joe Russo, who said in a recent interview that the movie is, quote, a love story between Steve Rogers and his pal Bucky. Yeah, it is. But before you get your slash fiction toolkits ready, which you should have had handy already, it seems like we're dealing with some more fraternal, less romantic love here. But you can make it whatever you want. I say live your dreams. Speaking with Empire, Russo said of the duo, these are two guys who grew up together, and so they have that same emotional connection to each other as brothers would. And even more so because Bucky was all Steve had growing up. Suddenly, all my jokes about them fucking is a little bit weird. So, anybody who's hoping for Brokeback Mountain, we made it weird. He said brothers, now it's all weird. Let's just move on. We don't have to wait much longer for The Force Awakens on home video, apparently, but that hasn't stopped people from getting their hands on it anyway. The Blu-ray version of the movie has now been leaked onto a number of pirating sites, gathering more than 250,000 downloads in its first 12 hours alone. Man, there's so many surprises today. The internet is racist, the internet downloads stuff. Oh. The version that's available on these sites does in fact seem to be pulled from the actual retail version of the Blu-ray disc, which can't make Disney or Lucasfilm too happy. Guys, you wouldn't download a car. It will be interesting to see if this actually affects the sales of the home video version of the movie. It won't, people will still buy it in droves, but it's probably more likely that Star Wars fans out there simply couldn't wait until it was out to watch it at home and maybe got tired of watching the whole off-screen camcorder version of the movie, so yeah, whatever. It's Star Wars. People are still gonna buy it no matter what. And if nothing else, at least it's given us some very high quality gifts of the whole movie a couple of weeks ahead of schedule. So there's a win. That's no moon is a Star Wars reference that would have been nice to tie to this next story, but you know what? Transitions are hard. A new study suggests that our moon acted quite a bit differently several billion years ago. In fact, it spun on an entirely different axis. According to the study, ancient lunar volcanoes may have caused the moon to tip 6 degrees when they heated up one side of the moon and changed its internal mass and structure. Damn you, volcanoes! Coming for our jobs and our women. While that shift may not sound like much, 6 degrees totally does sound like a lot. The researchers involved with the report say it'd be like shifting the North Pole as far as Greenland, which doesn't mean anything to anyone in the US. That would probably be catastrophic for our planet, by the way. Another benefit of this study is that it shows that the water ice located on the moon's poles formed before the axis shifted, so collecting samples of it would mean we would be studying primordial water. Super old water, tipping moons, space volcanoes. Fucking love science. Do you even binge, bro? Actually, you probably do, according to a new research study by consulting firm Deloitte. Their research found that 70% of Americans binge watch shows. Again, rolling with the surprises. The study also finds that 61% of streaming subscribers consider their paid Netflix, Amazon, or Hulu subscriptions as one of their top 3 most important services, meaning that Americans officially value House of Cards more than electricity or water, which, to be fair, I mean, oh my god, have you seen Robin Wright? She's so hot. As for what constitutes a binge-watching session, the study shows that the average marathon TV viewing extravaganza lasts 5 whole episodes of a show, to which I say, child's play. While it's no secret that subscription TV services promote this kind of TV watching behavior, it is kind of surprising, I guess, that binge watching has become the go-to way to watch TV for Americans. No, to be fair though, it's America. If we can get like 6 of something instead of 1, we're gonna take it. So the next time you're up too late watching just one more episode of Daredevil Season 2, you can take comfort in the fact that pretty much the whole damn nation is up with you. I can imagine there's going to be a lot of binge watching of the newest venture by PornHub. The porn mega site has just launched a brand new VR channel. It's here, everyone. Time to quit our jobs. In partnership with VR porn store Badoink, this new channel will offer free 180 and 360 degree porn content. The announcement was accompanied by a very enthusiastic ad from both PornHub and Badoink, declaring that VR porn is perfect for poker nights, Cinco de Mayo, and Christmas. You do you, guys. PornHub is so enthusiastic about this new VR-tastic experience that it's offering 10,000 free Google Cardboard-like devices for anybody who signed up. So that was yesterday, so they're probably already gone, but still, you know, if you signed up for like 10,000 accounts, you've got all the cardboard, you've got all the currency. But we still all get the porn, everybody wins. All right, that's it for this roundup. I'll keep talking about porn all day. We'll be back with another one next week covering all the biggest news from the weekend. For the latest news about racist AIs, porn VR, game-breaking backpacks, etc., etc., like this video and subscribe to the know. The internet once again spoils an innocent, fragic. It's very fragic. That's all, that should be a new word. Like it's fragile, but it's also tragic. She was so fragile.